G'day cocktail lovers, I hope you've been keeping well. Hope you're ready for another cocktail. I was looking for inspirations for what to make. The world of cocktails is pretty limitless, so it's not so much that, oh, there's no new ideas, it's like, there's so much, what do I do? And plus you can do riffs on classics, and that's where my head was when I was thinking of what to make. And I was looking at a lot of riffs on old fashioned, which you'll probably see in the coming weeks. I'll probably do a couple of them because there were a few very interesting ones that I want to try. And I was also to do that, and I was also flipping through my Death & Co book, and it was not a particular recipe, like I just saw the recipe for a Boulevardier, and something pinged into my head. I know what I'm going to do. A Boulevardier has Campari in it, and I do not like Campari. I like boozy, old school drinks, of which the Boulevardier is one, but Campari, no thanks. It's just too bitter for me. I thought, you know what I do like? There are various Amaro that I do like. Amaro. More than one Amaro is an Amari, I think, because it's Italian. Who knows? But there are bitter beverages I like, just not Campari. And I thought, what would be fun? It's like there's a riff on a Manhattan where you put an Amaro, like Amaro Montenegro, in, and that's called a Black Manhattan. I thought, I could do that with a Boulevardier, and I did, and it's still red. I'm surprised how red it still is. That's probably down to my Sweet Vermouth is a very red Sweet Vermouth. You'd probably get a different result with a different vermouth, but I love it. It's very crimson, and I thought it's a darker version of a Boulevardier. I was going with Midnight on the Boulevard. Midnight on the Boulevard? That'll do. I was also thinking, it's red, now that I've seen it. It's maybe Blood Moon on the Boulevard. I don't know. Someone's probably done this, by the way. I've never seen this recipe anywhere. Someone's probably done it, because it's not exactly rocket science to try something like this. But now I'm trying it for the first time. Yep. Yep, I'm instantly a fan. Not surprising, I love a Manhattan, so this is essentially a Manhattan with the Amaro Montenegro in it. Oh, okay. And again, nothing fussy with the garnish, just a peel of orange that's spritzed over it. It's great. Yeah, I'm giving this a definite thumbs up. And hey, travel back in time with me now, before I didn't know what it was going to be like, and I tried to make it for the first time. And now we're back in time to before I ever made or tasted this. Didn't even do a taste test, didn't try it out. I just had confidence this would be good. So now we're about to see if I'm well-founded in my confidence. Quite a simple drink, the Boulevardier, one of the reasons it's popular. So my Midnight on the Boulevard will be as well. I'm going to base around rye. This is a local rye whiskey from a Melbourne distillery called The Gospel, but you go for the rye, the bourbon, the whiskey of your choice in your Boulevardier. There's a few slightly different recipes for around. I'm going to go with what I think is like the classic recipe, and that is starting with 1 1/4 ounces of the whiskey. So, you know, that is roughly about 40 mils, slightly less than 40 mils, and I'm eyeballing it anyway. So saying 1 1/4 ounces of whiskey. The other components are equal parts 1 ounce or 30 mils each time. First up, Sweet Vermouth, which I'm almost out of. I'll have to decide what I'm going to replace this one with. But Sweet Vermouth of your choice, 30 mils or 1 ounce. And now for my improvisation that makes it the Midnight on the Boulevard. Rather than Campari, which is a bright red, citrusy and extremely bitter, just way too bitter, like sweat from Satan's butt crack. I do not like it. The Amaro Montenegro, excuse me, the Amaro Montenegro is bitter, not as bitter as Campari, but will bring in some pleasing bitter notes, and dark and herbal. So we are going to add 1 ounce of Amaro Montenegro. You can go with the Amaro of your choice if you want to follow along at home. And we will add that 30 mils or 1 ounce to our mixing glass. This is a stirred drink, so we're adding ice to our mixing glass. And I'm surprised at how red it stayed. I thought it would be darker than this, but we'll go with this anyway. Stir this about 15 seconds. It's a very unfussy presentation for Boulevardier, or my variation as well. Just a rocks glass, big old rock of ice, and pour that rich crimson beverage in there. So that's Midnight on the Boulevard, or Blood Moon on the Boulevard. I haven't decided. Midnight on the Boulevard seems a bit less fussy, but the red colour, I love it. Anyway, it's my Boulevardier riff. I really like it. I hope you do too. And hey, if you're not already subscribed to the channel and you like that, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and you can come along and join, because besides doing classics, I'll do a lot of experimentation going forward as well, because that's what it's all about, having a bit of fun and finding different things to enjoy. So wherever you are now, I hope you're taking care. Take care of yourself, take care of people around you. Until I see you again, cheers.